All right, we are live.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Elbow Drop Podcast. My name is Beast Mode Bones, the boniest of all the homies. And to my probably left, because I never really figured out the configuration of this thing. I'm looking there. Is that my left or his right? Bobby, the Iceman Miller, the BWO Promo World Champion, and along with the Foundation Champion, I think still.
Yes, sir. What's good? What's good? Make sure y'all check out the BWO promo division and check out the Foundation promo division. We do promos and shit, loosely wrestling based stuff. Not really wrestling based, but it's loosely based on wrestling. You know, we talk shit. Come check us out.
And to my below, the man, the myth, the legend, the artist formerly known as Asian Ted, but he's actually known as Ted Van Dam. Ted Van Dam. And he's all elite.
What's up, guys?
Mania was that bad.
What's up, guys? What's up, guys?
So,
All right.
we might have a guest drop in a few. I won't spoil the surprise. But
Let me
not,
get everything shared because I'm sure probably ain't nobody even logged on anyway. So let me get everything shared real quick. And then we will go and talk about WrestleMania.
Let's fill this dead air then. How we feeling about the theme song to WrestleMania? What happened?
What was that, the weekend song?
I think, but the official, every year it's really the weekend that plays the whole time, but it's somebody else's official song. So they said Fiend was the official song, but the weekend is playing more than Fiend. Both played though.
It almost sounded like white noise how much they played it. It was like I just didn't hear it after a while. Like Fiend, Fiend, and then you hear Michael Cole talking. It's like you forgot it was part of the song. It's like that's just background noise.
That's in his contract now.
Yeah.
for every minute it takes for me to walk down the alleyway, you must play Fiend.
Right. You took a long ass. That was a long ass round.
Take ass nigga. We'll get to that though. So I mean, let's hop right into it. I guess you ready, Bob, or should we hold off for a second?
Give me just a second.
All right. What else? What other arbitrary thing can we talk about before we get started on this? How about the build? Nope.
The build was ass.
In general,
the build was ass.
In general.
As a whole, this is one of the worst built WrestleManias.
I think so too. They could have did so much more with what they had too. Like
they could have did so much simple shit. It's not even that I'm looking for some like super extra shit. I just needed something. You know what I mean? Like it could have been basic building block shit for every feud, and I would have been fine. I feel like I didn't even get that.
Right.
It seemed like the most invested out like feud I was in after a while, like when it came to it, was like Charlotte and Tiffy.
Jesus.
And that's horrible saying that.
I was like, Jesus, you really hated. You really hated it.
It felt weird. Everything felt kind of forced. I don't know.
Man, it had Naomi and Jade.
Huh?
You had Naomi and Jade.
That felt weird, man. That whole like Rikishi promo she did, that build was like, I did it for you. It's like, huh?
I like it.
You liked it? You liked the Rikishi promo?
I actually liked that too. Then there was what was the other build that was good to me? The build to Io, Bianca, and Rhea. Even though I didn't regularly just like the fact that they kind of forced it to be a triple threat. I'm not saying I loved it. I'm just saying like
that was the best match.
I'm saying that's the level of what I would need in the build. Not much, just like give me that much. You know what I mean? Like at least it felt like you were trying to build anticipation, and it built up. Other than the fact that I'm a Bianca stan, I really I want Io was built well in her position. We'll get more into that as we go along through the show, but I feel like that build was done good.
It just felt like the only one that I felt like I was biting hard was like this the Tiffy and Charlotte, just because she made jabs at her like being married and shit. I don't know why. It just seemed more personal and it just seemed more real to me. I guess But
I could see that.
I guess that's why I was a little bit more invested. Everything seemed very like it was going according to script. But outside of the slap to Cody's ear, that seemed like, whoa, that was excessive.
I think the Jey Uso and Gunther build was okay.
The Gunther build was decent. The Gunther build was decent. I actually enjoyed that, especially with his brother getting involved, Jimmy.
Yeah,
that helped. That helped it a lot.
And that's a good segue to go in because I am now ready.
All right, well, let's talk about it. We both did at the same time, Bobby.
Oh, my bad. All right, we there. The result, finish, no yeet. But that's basically what it was. Congratulations to Jey Uso. We are glad that he's champ. Most of us, if you're not glad he's champ, then you're weird.
Kind of weird.
Where'd you have Pokemon Go?
He said, whoever that is, they said BS. The finish was kind of, it kind of just came out of nowhere. And they made Gunther tap out. I didn't like that. Let's just go straight into that right there. Fuck that. Gunther has been protected ever since what? COVID was when I first started laying eyes on Walter for real. He's been protected since then. I want to say, let's say, just to be safe, 85% of his whole WWE career, he's been a champion. And he's consistently had some type of streak. You the Walter fan, Bones. Is that sound accurate?
Well, yeah, it's very accurate. It's probably like 95%. Like he has lost very few matches. I think he's lost like 4 maybe over the course of like 6 years.
And he's gotten pinned. Don't get me wrong. So that would have been fine. But you make Jey Uso tap him out. And we ain't never seen Jey Uso tap anybody out ever.
Now, what was pointed out to me that I don't really think that makes it okay. But what was pointed out to me is that the way that he was defeated by that dragon looking German dude, you know what I'm talking about? One that's all white with the scales on his body. The way he beat him was choking. He choked Gunther out as well. And someone was like, "Well, that's Gunther's weakness, being choked out." But like, that's human beings' weakness, not having air. That's not.
And also, if you don't choke him out, then choke him out. Make him pass out.
He tapped way too fast. He didn't even care. It felt like he didn't even care.
He's a heel, man.
Like in kayfabe, he didn't even care. He was like, "Damn, fuck it." You know what I mean? Like,
it was like an immediate, it was like a UFC tap out.
Yeah, like he knows there's no escape. There's no escape. He's not going to sleep. He's gonna tap because there's no escape. Made sense why he tapped.
Yeah, I agree.
He's the ring general.
We agree.
He's not a dumbass.
Nah, you gotta die about this shit. You can't.
It's like,
you can't lose. Like the premise to this match in its entirety should have been the fact that Gunther did not respect fucking Jey Uso, right?
Mm-hmm.
So even if Jey Uso choking him, he's supposed to pass out. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to pass out because he's like, nah, ain't no fucking way that I'm losing to Jey Uso. There's gotta be something.
But in the story, that also made it seem that he was kind of scared of Jey also, because every time like they wrestled before, even though he lost, like it was close all 3 times, and it's like it seemed like he was kind of scared of him too. So to me, it made sense why he tapped.
Man, I just feel like you need to gain some weight, change your name to something. I don't know, like an old man name, maybe like Walter or something. You know, use the first part of your music that you come out to before it switches. Just stick with that one, go through it all the way. And you know what I mean? Maybe just slap people in the chest mad fucking hard. Like Jey Uso ain't have no marks on his body.
He's dark.
Think about it. Like not a single whip.
Samoans don't bruise easy. I saw a dude get hit by a car and get stand up.
Bro.
Nah, he got light skin nigga complexion though. He can take the bruise.
That's the most different.
They got you spoiled with Walter, man.
I mean, it's just becoming more and more evident that everything he thought would happen, like it's better than we thought, but still, at the end of the day, he's not getting the respect or the bill like he had previously got. Like this is not the NXT UK champion Walter that we're looking at as far as like importance. Like he should have been treated closer to Brock Lesnar.
He's been a champion like 99% of the time I've seen him, dude. It's like,
Yeah, but
Yeah, that's
what
what
do you mean? He's gonna get another belt immediately.
But
He's not that guy.
Being champion and being invincible are two different things, though.
Oh, well,
He's supposed to be a monster. He's not a monster.
I think he's
Yeah.
a dope champion. Like
He got his ass whooped.
Had to be Stone Cold. It don't matter. It don't matter. It really don't. And I never even noticed that for real. What dude said that most heels tap out while most faces pass out. I never really noticed that.
Hogan passed out. I remember when we passed out to Rowdy.
He did.
Mm-hmm.
That's Hogan though. He gonna book himself strong, brother.
Exactly.
Yeah, for him,
That's how we should have been going with him. So at the end of the day, like I couldn't even fully enjoy the fact that Jey Uso won because the way he won diminished Gunther so much. And I was happy for Jey throughout the match. I'm like, okay, at least he's doing some new moves and shit. Props to Jey. But the fact that you botched the finish this way, and like it took all the attention, or at least 90% of the attention off of Jey Uso has reached unspeakable odds that nobody thought he could do. But it's more, why the fuck they do Gunther like that?
I didn't even too much like the match that much.
I like the match more than I would have expected to like the match because I don't really fuck with not a single Jey Uso match unless it's 100% storytelling in the match, like a Roman Reigns match. I'm not trying to watch no Jey Uso match. Like really,
ain't no Jey Uso, man. You like the Usos as a tag team?
That dude is so
I love him
over,
as a tag
man.
team.
I don't know, man. It's like
that's the problem.
Everybody talks bad about Jey, but then you see WrestleMania, everybody's moving their hands. Everybody is moving. Everyone is up. It's like I don't know, man. It's like my son loves Jey Uso. He's like 2.
It was 100%.
I don't know, dude.
But yeah, your son loves Jey.
He's over, man. He's over it. I'm happy for him. And Gunther's still Gunther, man.
Yeah, exactly. He ain't Walter.
Walter would have never choked out Michael Cole.
That's the same Gunther that just ran from fucking Otis, okay?
Otis is scary, bro.
Right. So the next one, we got the World Tag Team.
Go ahead.
We got the World Tag Team title match. The New Day and the War Raiders.
We need to give this match the exact amount of time and effort that they gave to us as viewers.
Say less.
Up next, we got the Jey versus Naomi match.
I do gotta say, I know what you said. I do gotta say one thing though. We got black champions now. We always root for the black champions.
All right, moving on.
we got to, man.
That should piss me off. No, I can talk for a long time about how it pissed me off because those two tag teams are capable of putting on a classic.
For sure. Black Girl Magic. This match disappointed me a little bit.
Disappointed me a lot. But like it was still cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I enjoyed it.
That makes sense.
They could have did way more. They could have put more into that match. It didn't feel like the blow off to all of the shit that they built up to because this was one of the better builds going into Mania.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
Yes. Like at the end of the day.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
At the end of the day, Jey should beat her ass.
Like a squash match?
Not like a squash match. Not at all like a squash match. But like at the end or like towards the finish, a whole lot more violence should have happened. I should say, rather than it should have felt more personal.
Yeah, that too. As far as the tag team match, I would have rather seen them. But yeah, back to this though. I think the right person won. I'll say that.
Yeah, they're trying to. Yeah.
Right,
but it was just man.
I thought they were building up Naomi to be a bigger villain though. But yeah, it's like
seemed like it.
But she did come out somewhat strong, but
the problem is not that they were building Naomi to be a bigger villain. It's just that Naomi's good at fucking being a heel.
Yeah.
So she came off as that she could be a bigger villain. I don't think that was okay. They just need somebody to be Jey for Jey.
That would have helped.
Just try to kill a woman, dude. That's pretty villain. It's pretty villainous, dude.
All right, the U.S. Championship match.
5-2.
I mean, what happened was what was supposed to happen happened. I didn't expect nothing out of this because I never ever care to watch an LA Knight match, like ever.
You tripping, man.
I love LA Knight. I just don't want to watch him wrestle.
This match was cool though.
What?
It was probably the second best wrestled match on the card.
Saturday or the whole card?
On that night.
Oh, okay.
I disagree. Third.
Maybe third. I was about to say maybe third. But I liked watching this match. It wasn't nothing spectacular. Like I would probably give it a 7, maybe 8.
Fatu's the man.
What you got against LA Knight, bro? Yeah.
I'll have you shaking. Yes, funny promos, dude. I'll have you shaking.
LA Knight got superstar aura to me. He just don't have it's a lot of people who suck. You know like who suck as wrestlers but have the aura of superstar. Like
it feels like he's in his style of wrestling is kind of crazy. He feels like his build feels like he should be doing some bigger stuff. But he does some he jumps off the top rope and stuff, and it throws me off because he looks like he should be throwing dudes, but then he does a flying elbow, and the way he jumps on the top rope is kind of crazy. It's like, can he jump that high? Doesn't look like he should be. I don't know why his build throws me off for his moveset. It's like you messed up in making your wrestler in SmackDown versus Raw. You know what I mean? Like he has the wrong ass moveset. He's too big. I don't know. But he cuts a really good promo. But watching him wrestle is kind of weird. That BFT off the top rope was dope though, or that catch that was really dope. That was dope.
Did in his life, I'm trash. I hate that move. But that one was dope. And moving on.
Mac Millie, what up, man?
Mac. Moving on to the Mexican match.
Americano versus Phoenix. Shout out.
I love
it.
Bro, this was a really good Raw match.
Basically.
Yeah.
The wrestling was fire. I'm not going to, there's no story to care about, especially even more so with the fact that Rey Fenix was kind of thrown in to replace Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
Even more so, there was no story to care about. There were no stakes at all. And he won the same way he'd been winning matches on Raw anyway. Like it's the exact same shit. This kind of felt like, it made me feel like when you watch a bunch of house shows and then on the pay-per-view, it's the same shit they be doing on all them house shows.
Like, hey, you know what the fuck?
But hey, that boy Chad Gable deserves better.
This gimmick is hilarious, man.
I'm giving him shit and making him prove he can make anything but Shorty G work.
He can do anything. That dude is amazing. That dude's amazing.
Nobody was making Shorty G work, but
yeah, Shorty G's work.
Shorty G, I be forgetting about that, bro.
Oh, made me feel bad for him.
They put that man in some basketball gear and named him Shorty G.
A big ass G.
Like, what was even his vision on how that was supposed to work when he gave them that?
It just feels like a rib. Like that, they just go out there, dude. Call yourself Shorty G.
You know what you are? Short.
Yeah.
Your name start with a G. Your last name.
Yeah, well, we already passed that. All right, let's move on. Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte. This is where we can interject about the fact, and I meant to bring this up earlier, that most of these fucking entrances was garbage, right? Even like the ones that was dope were still like meh dope. You know what I mean? Like the Tiffany Stratton entrance was cool to me. The dolls on the side.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
The Charlotte entrance was ass.
I don't even remember Charlotte's entrance.
She came out in a car or something?
Yeah, like a Maybach or something pulled up and she got out of it. Like, bitch, I seen you get off a helicopter to go to Mania.
Right. Now I got a car.
I really don't remember that.
Charlotte entrance was 99% road.
All the road. That was kind of hard to like concentrate on the entrance when the fucking thing was so long. The ramp.
Pause. Whoa.
My bad.
Whoa.
Oh, hey, yo.
Fucking hell.
He was energetic about it, man. He was delighted that it was so long.
That was a lot of complaining. It was so long.
Oh shit!
Oh, the homophobia.
But shout out to Charlotte not winning,
Yeah, I
not
was.
taking another belt hostage.
But what does she do now? 'Cause literally, this is the biggest problem with Charlotte, the character. Her character 100% is, I'm Charlotte, I have the championship. Or I'm Charlotte, I'm about to get the championship. There's nothing else with Charlotte but those two things. I'm interested to see how they possibly use Charlotte going forward.
Didn't Alexa
US
Bliss kind of
championship.
promo her like that? I remember Alexa Bliss cutting a promo just like that to her.
Yeah, I remember that now that you bring it up.
Like, what are you gonna say to these people? You have nothing to say. I was like, damn.
Charlotte US champion. Chelsea Green ain't working. That's what they're gonna say.
No, man, Chelsea Green is working.
Chelsea Green not being on the show was a tragedy.
Right.
You put Americano on the show. Take that shit off and put Chelsea. Oh, I guess they're like,
I guess in hindsight it makes sense now. They wanted to put their Mexicans on there since they bought AAA.
Yeah.
Moving on. Now, Heyman on the pole match.
Fire. This match was fire.
Even without the screwy ending, because apparently I wish Guest was here to have this conversation about how he just watches matches to wait for the screwy ending.
Yeah.
I think he admits that. Like all the time.
He admitted it. The 20 minutes of match before all the crazy shit, if somebody just got pinned in this match, I would still think it was fire. If nothing spectacular happened at the end, we never got Heyman doing anything but watching the match and holding it. Like if CM Punk won or Seth won, whoever won, if anybody won without cheating, it was just a normal ass match. I would still have thought this was a great match. And then once, because there was always some congestion, some assumption that Paul Heyman was going to leave with Seth. I didn't 100% buy into that. There's always a lot of people thinking Paul Heyman was going to leave with Seth anyway. So once Paul Heyman low blowed CM Punk, I was like, cool. He about to do it. Now he about to leave with Seth now. We already know this is going to happen. Even with knowing that, the moment still was crazy. Like the moment of him turning on Roman, even though we knew at that point for sure that was going to happen, still was crazy.
I don't think I would have known. I didn't watch it live, so that took away from me. But how he did it, I don't think I would have been. I don't think I would have known. It would have been kind of like, is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? I don't know if I would have been told that.
The only reason I was, and to be fair, the only reason that I was is because people have been saying it for so long. The entire time, I still didn't buy into it until that point. Then I was like, "Oh, he couldn't do that."
Right after he handed him the chair, it was like 2 minutes. Like Heyman was like staring at his dick. I was like, "Yo, he's gonna hit him right in the dick." It was like just staring at his dick. Like he's totally gonna cross him right now. And I was watching another of my cousins. Like he's staring at his dick. He's totally gonna hit him right in his dick. It's like
he's too focused on his dick. You actually he's too focused on that dick.
I was watching my projector, man. All you can see was Heyman going like this.
I didn't want to be the one to say stuff.
Now that we're back, I have to make sure that I throw this one thing in. You know what would have helped CM Punk? You know what would have helped Roman Reigns? Blue Chew. It'll get your dick hard.
Oh, would that make it worse?
It would have been hard.
I don't think getting hit in the hard dick would kind of.
And then Heyman would have pulled back a shattered forearm because that's how hard Blue Chew makes your dick. Blue Chew, it gets your dick hard. We're gonna get this advertising money, niggas.
Even before the finish, that match was.
Just get a couple kills will be fine.
Like the chemistry and everything, the pace of the match, the drama. Even before the screwy finish was even happening, I was entertained, even knowing what was about to happen because I watched it late. That's Not you made a customer.
Made the sale. See, now you gotta use the code. Use the code elbow drop. It's not gonna work, but they're gonna know we exist if everybody uses
it.
Just use the code anyway.
But let's talk about this though.
What's
Good point,
that?
King. Him screwing CM Punk still doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense.
It makes enough sense. It makes enough sense. Basically, he's saying like, damn, everything was cool, but now you put me in this compromising position to where I got to choose either my tribal chief or I got to choose you and all of that. Like, why would you even put me in that situation? So fuck you.
Okay, so let's bring this around back to the conversation that we already had previously. So if that's the case, then why would he turn on Paul? Why would he turn on Roman Reigns?
He face palmed his ass, dude, on Raw.
Because of everything that Seth had told him. Like, basically, Seth was right. Basically,
Okay.
Seth got in his head. So like now he torn. He's like, man, everything is right, but fuck CM Punk for putting me in the position to even choose between both of y'all. And he felt used by CM Punk too.
And King's question is how Heyman asked CM Punk to save him when Solo and Bloodline were about to attack, and he did so. Shouldn't Heyman be the one that owe him a favor?
Heyman did owe him a favor, right?
And he just asked for the favor. And now it's fucked up that he asked for a favor. Like, that's what it goes around. It's fucked up that he asked for a favor.
Yeah.
When he got a favor.
Yeah, like that favor. Like, really, nigga? Like, what? It makes sense to me.
Coming to the stage.
Dude with the 8K camera.
Why is he posing?
The thinking man.
Like, why
The thinking man.
Why he get on just to GQ us? Low key, I swear.
Post pictures of my headphones. I can't hear y'all.
This camera
goody?
is fine. All that man did was line his beard up, tied up his do-rag, put a little powder on his cheeks.
All right, catch me up. Where are we at?
We're right now talking about, was this the match of the weekend and all the things that happened in this match, the Heyman on the pole match.
I mean, obviously, because all the other matches kind of were, I don't want to say they sucked. I don't say they were bad. They just didn't do enough for me. I think that's for everybody. This is the only match that actually lived up to the hype building up to it.
They sucked for the bar that was set for WrestleMania. Let's put it that way.
After last year, especially.
I feel like a lot of matches. I feel like a lot of matches lived up to the hype that they had leading up to it because they really didn't have no hype leading up to it. Like the Americano match, it overlived.
That match felt like that shit changed like 5 times.
So it was like it really wasn't like the match.
He went to Mexico because he was beefing with Penta, got his ass whipped by Penta. So he needed to I need to know how to fight luchadors, and he just started fighting all the other luchadors but Penta. And ends up fighting his brother just randomly, like the night before.
Yeah, because Ray was out.
Yeah, so
I just felt like it was the resident Mexican match because they just bought AAA and it was what it was.
But back to this match at the match at hand.
Yes, do you think CM Paul Heyman turning on CM Punk made sense? That was the last thing we was talking about before you got on here.
Yeah, because he should feel the same way that Seth feels. Everybody has a reason to feel the way that Seth feels, the way that CM Punk is. Just because CM Punk came back and all the fans love him, even though they was hating on him literally before he got back, like he was a locker room cancer before he returned to WWE.
But
the view of him just changed when he got there. So it's like, I don't know, like people have a legitimate reason not to fuck with him. If you're really like, I'm WWE in my blood, I'm a WWE nigga. No, fuck this dude. You just don't come back and not everybody fucking loves you.
To be fair, what does that got to do with Heyman?
Heyman can still have that feeling because it's like, oh, since you came back, I'm just supposed to just jump and be your fucking like guy. You see the fuck I was doing with Roman, and you're putting me in this position. So yeah, I get it.
But
I think
we
a
came
stronger
to the
reason.
same conclusion in a different way.
But
I think a stronger argument would be that Seth respected him more than Roman and Punk. That's the easier
by saying
way
I'm
to
not
go about it.
by saying, hey, I'm not gonna kick you in the head if you'll do me a favor later.
No, even before that, because he was like, "Yo, like, this one treats you like you're just his fucking, chauffeur," and then the other one like put you in position like you're supposed to be a friend, but you keep trying to get me to turn on my friends. So yeah, both of them
Yeah.
ain't shit. Well,
And
all
it-
three of
and
them ain't shit. To
That's
be
it made
honest,
the
you
point that
wanna.
I arrived at.
yeah,
And the purpose was served where it was confusing enough where it made you want to watch Raw to get answers.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
that was the whole purpose of the ending.
I
So it
don't
was
think that
like,
was purpose. I think that just happened to happen.
well, I'm pretty sure.
They ain't got the answers.
Don't you think after Raw it made sense?
I don't think they answered no questions.
They didn't. They just
I'm
started.
sorry, I had no choice. But why wouldn't he have a choice? He clearly had a choice. He had 3 choices.
Nah, he had a choice and he made it 3
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm a
The
side with
reason makes more
Seth.
sense
That's
than
one choice. The
sorry, I
other choice,
had
I'm
no
gonna
choice.
punch both of those other niggas in the dick. Not only betray, I want to make sure I get a good nut shot in
He was like this.
before I do it. Yeah, he wiggled it with fucking Roman.
Oh, yeah. What the
Roman
fuck
was
the
never
point
his
of it?
he said Roman was never his friend, but he was his wise man, so it still was a sense of loyalty there. He didn't have to be his friend. It was his friend versus, his tribal chief.
Yeah.
One of your fans
Yeah.
will hear a sketch.
What? Oh, okay. Hey, Sizzle Hive. See, it's a thing. It's a thing. But anyway.
Mac
Anyway.
tripping, man.
But yeah, it's like it made sense. Like when it happened, I was like, I mean, we kind of saw it coming. So yeah. And I think it's time to be like treated like that nigga. This is the first time he's that nigga.
Time out real quick. Hey, Ted, you been sleeping with a do-rag on?
No, this is a hat.
This shit looking kind of wavy nowadays.
No, this is my hat.
The hat looked like I was like, this shit looking.
Been putting that Dax on his head.
Baby mamas, it's changing me.
Right. What we
Do y'all
got
think,
next?
wait, I was gonna say, do y'all think Roman and Punk is gonna like team up in some type of way?
No,
Not like make a tag team, but I think like align.
Yeah,
I think
Well, I
Roman
mean,
and-
just got
they
their
might
ass
actually do a tag team because Braun Breaker's right there.
I think Roman and Jay.
In their level because they don't really not like each other.
Yeah, Roman and Jay.
But I think
Before
they're gonna
Roman
come
and Punk.
together because they have a common
Yeah.
thing now. They both just got their ass whooped. They both just got turned on by Heyman. At least for a match, they're gonna go against Seth and Braun.
Yeah, and Roman was legitimately happy for Punk. At least
Probably
K-Fab
at this next
when he got
probably at
his
Backlash,
main
I'm
event.
sure.
And
Sure.
Yeah, he was all put in too. So
Yeah.
high key, this match was really both of them wanted to fight Seth Rollins anyway.
basically,
It's like
basically, the set that was wild.
They got the same ex.
Yeah. So I think they got enough of a common enemy. It's like the enemy of my enemy is my friend type deal.
Mm-hmm.
Man, they could cook if Brock wasn't a nasty motherfucker. Because Brock Lesnar in this mix would have been very interesting.
It would have.
They would have been very interesting.
I mean, they could have brought back Ryback. This was the moment.
Next. The women's three-way. We are in night 2 now. Match of the night. Oh, okay. I have to think of all the matches of that night. Night 2 was definitely the better night. We'll get to that. Though.
Yeah. Wait, y'all went through all the other night 1 shit? Damn, that was quick. I mean, wasn't that special?
It wasn't nothing to talk about.
Wasn't that? Wait, what did I say about Jay and Gunther?
The finish sucked.
The finish ain't suck.
I said yeet.
Well, show up on time next time. This this was proving that the Mania entrances was ass. Bianca entrance, first off, yeah. It's cute that she had her stepdaughter out there dancing terribly. But all I could see was
Asshole.
It wasn't just her. It was given AEW spectacle.
great.
Oh.
Like
Yeah.
this was Simple and Nothing. This would be like a entrance, and it would have stole the show out of all the entrances. That's how. It's the execution wasn't there.
The other Bianca entrances compared to this one, this was terrible.
I knew she was losing right from that moment. I was like, oh God, yeah, they doing her dirty. They cut the little black girl magic budget.
That's really good though, and I'm not gonna have a whole lot to say about the rest of Mania because I didn't give a fuck about Mania after Bianca lost. Mind you, any other scenario I probably would have been cheering for EO. But A, I'm the biggest Bianca fan on the planet. Number 2 is her mother and father. 2A and 2B. B, I was pushing this streak thing hard. I can even take Bianca losing to somebody like EO and be happy for EO. If it wasn't for the fact that I wanted her to continue this WrestleMania streak. And I wanted them to make it a thing that they never did.
Like the new Taker?
They acknowledged it once. I think the last time she won. Yeah, that's we gotta watch the press conferences, Bobby. That shit is actually like
that's the point. But if you have to watch the press conferences, then they're not acknowledging it enough.
Because someone asked, like, is this like a streak like Taker? She's like, yeah, I think so, because it's been 3 in a row. So it's like, let's see if I can keep it going.
Once she's gonna lose, at least once you know she's gonna lose, take advantage of it. You know what I mean?
That's why I was gonna say I was pitching like my fantasy booking was that Naomi was gonna cost her because I knew she wasn't gonna win because for some reason they've been booing her for some like weirdly. So it's like I don't think this is the right moment to put the belt on her. So I was like, all right, you can't have her lose because it's the streak and shit. But if you stole it from her, and it will kind of protect her in a way, and it will actually give someone heat. And I think they could have did that, and they actually had the motive to do it because I thought it was gonna happen because it was like you haven't been responding to my calls, bitch. Meanwhile, Jade is whooping my ass, and you're not, and I'm your friend longer, and she's the new girl. So yeah, I thought something was gonna happen. It would have actually made sense with their storyline moving forward. Io would have had the great moment, and it would have been fine. I'm fine.
Maybe Naomi may not end up being her op. Maybe they may go to Bianca Jade route.
Maybe. I can see that happening too. Because Jade still wants to whip on Naomi's ass. That's what she said in the press conference. Like it's still going on. Like we're not done. So I can see like Bianca being like, "Yo, chill," and she's like, "No, she tried to kill me." And
was she in the Battle Royal at Mania?
She was never in the Battle Royal at Mania.
Huh?
I'll go with Bones. I'll go with Bones.
Yeah.
I think Bones would know never been Bianca Belair matches.
Who the hell is counting a Battle Royal as your loss record? It was like 30 other niggas in that ring. You just went over the top rope. That's not a pen.
Well, she wasn't even in a Battle Royal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was surprised at the ending of this match. I was surprised that EO got it. I still thought that they were gonna put the belt on Bianca still, even with all that you said.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with the point because what the fuck did she do? It wasn't even like she was winning too much because she's been out of the.
It started
for a year.
On the European tour.
Was still winning. To be fair, Bianca still got like a 95% win percentage.
No, but it's like she's not Charlotte.
But she's not winning the championship.
Black Charlotte, but she's not Charlotte.
She's not winning the championship.
Black Charlotte.
She was protected enough to keep winning, but put in situations where she's not beating champions, and other people get time to shine.
Yeah. So it's like I don't get it. I don't get it at all. So, but I am happy for Io because I think Io needs a good solid run without damage control, like holding her back.
Technically, she's still in damage control.
I know, but
they didn't break up.
They announced that.
No, they're still together. It's just they're all hurt and doing like side questions shit. I don't even know what the hell.
They all hurt and or Asian.
Yeah.
They're
So
all.
I don't know.
I disagree. Like they started booing her in Europe on the
It's because
European tour.
Montez
They
is
wasn't.
up, bro. That's it. It's just because
Nah,
Montez is up.
it's definitely Europe
It's
because
the
it's
way
not
the
only because
universe works.
they didn't just copy the boom. They also copied that stupid ass fucking
Didn't we
chant they
know they
did.
was? Didn't we know she was going against Rhea before they went on that tour?
Yeah,
Yeah, so it
because she
wasn't that.
won. No, she won elimination chamber before the tour.
Yeah, and she wasn't getting booed at Elimination Chamber.
No, no,
It's
everyone's
'cause
actually hyped for this shit because we actually wanted Rhea versus Bianca for a long ass time, and it actually sounded good on paper.
Yeah,
And then they
that
just
shit
needed to
started
add
on that
Theo in.
European tour, and then
Yeah,
everybody just
yeah, they was in
fucking
like one of the
kept it
racist
going.
ass countries
I,
in the
it's
racist
just
ass.
because it's honestly because Montez is up, man. It's the way the universe works. It's
Nah,
Montez is getting cheered, and things don't happen well for married couples. It's they just needed the universe is giving something them for them to argue
Yeah,
about.
I don't know what bro talking about.
Montez is getting cheered in the same countries Bianca's getting booed in.
Was this after the
What's
European
this?
tour,
This
or
is
was this in
during
the
the
European
tour.
tour?
This is just James' show. Montez come out, they're getting cheered, and Bianca come out, she's getting booed. It's
I'm
the
talking about what
universe,
he
bro.
talking about when she was facing Liv.
Oh, well, Liv is a heel, like super heel. No one's cheering for Liv.
I don't think. I honestly, I think we're at a point now that we can't even really use the crowd's reaction and shit as a proper gauge of if
Mm-hmm.
someone's over, if someone's a heel, if someone's a face. They're just all over the fucking place. They just want to be heard. It's like some obnoxious shit they're on now. It's actually it's starting to feel like some crown jewel shows where they was
Nah,
just
bro,
cheering everything.
you wrong,
Ooh,
dude.
oh, I'm not even paying attention in the corner.
A Timu taker.
All right, let's move on to the next match that I was pleasantly surprised by. The Sin City Street Fight, Drew McIntyre versus Bisexual Undertaker.
Timu taker.
What y'all think about that match?
I think it was solid.
It
It
was.
wasn't like amazing or like I was blown away, but I expected it to be solid, and it was solid
Mhm.
because like they're both solid ass people.
I didn't expect nothing from this because the build was whack, so I thought it was just gonna be a nothing match. I think them added in the street fight is kind of what built it up a little bit, and they did the right thing by doing that because it gave the match some type of oomph.
I feel like it's been a street fight at every Mania for like the last couple of years.
Probably. I don't even
Because
remember what
last year it was
Who was it
fucking
last
the
year?
prophets and Last Testament. And then the year
really
before that, yeah, because that was the shit that had Snoop on
Snoop
it.
Dogg.
Yeah,
That was
right?
last
Or
year.
am I
That's crazy.
tripping? No,
The
it
main
was, yeah.
event
And then
night
the year
one
before that
too.
there was
Main
another
event night
one.
one too. Main event night one too. The Rock
Yeah,
was
they always
that
have
was
it.
that was a street fight.
Yeah, that was a street
Was it?
fight. Yep. Yep, it was. That's like a
That's
thing
wild.
now. I think there was someone, I think even the Mania before that, it was another street fight. But I can't
I,
remember who it was in it. Or it was like a Hell in a Cell. They do a attempted murder match at some point. Because even
Attempted
before that, I
murder.
remember when Shane and Miz was fighting. That's probably like 4 or 5 years ago. Like it's been at least one crashed out match a night. So it's like they got that spot. And Damian Priest has done a couple of good street fights too. And you know how Drew is. So on paper, I was like, all right, this is gonna be solid. I wasn't excited for it because I wasn't excited because, like you said, the builds for everything have been like shit. And I think it's just I don't know.
yeah.
Something
I
that
like
we need to wait for that show to come out so we can know what the fuck happened during this whole Mania Road to Mania
yeah.
run. Because there's a lot of behind the shit things that's happening that affected this Mania. We just
That
don't
match
know
was
it.
at Backlash, wasn't it?
Hmm?
Wasn't
Yeah,
that match
Damian
at
Bad Bunny was at
Backlash?
Backlash.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
that
at
was
Backlash.
Backlash.
Like
So yeah,
Drew's like my favorite wrestler probably right now, him and Fatu. And like
Really?
yeah, they're fucking entertaining. They don't need the belt, man. They're out there, they can do what like 5 minutes, they're gonna say some shit to either make you laugh or piss you off. And I really enjoy that. But yeah, I expected them to seal the show. I'm not disappointed by their match, but I thought everybody I thought that these guys are probably gonna have the best match, and it didn't disappoint me, but I thought it was gonna be a little better.
I didn't even give them the possibility to have the best match. Like I expected nothing from this because the build was kind of ass. I mean, really. But do y'all agree with that? That Damien is kind of underrated.
I feel like he should cut all his promos in Spanish. He sounds a lot more intimidating. But
I want to say he's underrated. He's definitely not overrated.
I think he's rated
properly.
He's rated.
He's right. He's properly rated. He's properly rated in 2K. Whatever he scores in 2K, that's what he's supposed to be.
I wouldn't be shocked if he gets another title shot. I wouldn't be shocked if he gets another title run. Like he's just, he's like in between mid card and the main event. Like he's on that borderline. Which I guess is kind of good because you'll always have a job. Because you'll either be contending for one of them belts or holding them.
Bones, what you think about this match before we move on?
I didn't pay any attention to this match, so I was dejected because I had my kids doing the Easter egg hunt at night, and then as soon as I sat down, boom, Bianca getting pinned. Literally, I sat down to watch Bianca get pinned.
At least you didn't see that entrance.
I had to go back and catch the entrance.
Ooh, it was bad from start to finish for her. I knew that was gonna hurt you. So yeah.
What y'all think is next for Drew and Buddy?
I feel like these both some main event guys who ain't over the main event guys. So it's hard to tell.
They'll probably face Jay. Jay needs bodies.
Yeah.
And I think Drew would be a good person.
They on Raw?
No, right. They are on SmackDown, but there's supposed to be like a shakeup coming.
Right after Mania? Did they just have it for the New Year?
They didn't know. They announced that it was happening. I don't think they did it.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be coming up like in a month or some shit.
Okay.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir.
Next match, IC 4-way. Good match. I was entertained by this match.
Dirty Dom's moment felt bigger to me than Jay's.
100%. I can see why you say that.
It's probably because the finish was so perfectly executed in the first. It felt like Dirty Dom won the fucking world championship.
And he got a pop.
Yeah, he got a hero's pop.
Not only that, he got such a pop. He was like, you know what? Let me turn around and get some more of this shit.
Right?
They never cheered me like this before. Even Finn was like, yo, what the fuck is you doing?
He had tears in his eyes, dude. I was like, dang, man.
It's weird to see Dom get a pop, but everybody behind him.
You would have thought Eddie Guerrero had won a world championship up in there.
Dom is the best type of heel. This is wrestling. We all know that this is fake. We shouldn't want to not like wrestling. So like we enjoy booing Dom.
Yeah.
He's good at being a dick. Like especially when you see him like just talking regular shit. You know what I'm saying? In any regular situation, he's maintaining the fact that he's a fucking snotty nosed dick. You know what I mean?
Every conversation he has.
And his boos have always been real. They've been chairs in reality.
Exactly.
And then we just let our real emotions. We just let our real emotions get the best of us when he won it.
Yeah, we couldn't hold it back.
Yeah, it was like, yes, he finally fucked, because we all knew it was coming. And this is like his first real title. Because he had the North American Championship, but it's not the main roster. So it's like, yeah, he came a long fucking way. It's been like what, 5-6 years?
I've been watching since he was a baby.
They always say the way to get somebody over is a good heel.
It's been like 15 years.
Oh yeah, if we gonna count all the way back.
Watching since he was a baby, bro.
Yeah, so it's like, damn. You know, Ray was crying in Gorilla.
Oh hell yeah!
he was
crying.
Crazy how it works. The driest faces. I mean, the best way to get them over is a heel run, a solid heel run, to get them over where you want them to be.
It makes sense too. How that works. Because you're more free to do whatever the fuck you want when you're a heel. As long as I can get to piss you off, like baby faces is a little bit more. rules. You got to be
Yeah.
likable.
It's not too
Yeah,
many
'cause
people
you're
that
more
are
yourself.
bad heels.
When
Yeah.
people like you for being yourself, they'll never go away.
Yeah.
I ain't saying everybody, but there's not too many bad heels. A lot of bad faces, not too many bad
Why
heels.
he needs to
No,
stop
it's probably maybe what you could count maybe 5 bad heel turns that didn't work out with someone going heel.
What was you about to say, Bones?
You gotta stop trying to force the dynamic of what a heel and a face is. It's a problem.
Right.
You tried to force the big dog Roman Reigns to not be himself. Now he can be a successful face because he can be himself. Because he's an asshole for real.
Yeah. Yeah. No one likes good guys.
Not
That's
good.
really what it is because those motherfuckers don't exist.
Nah, man.
Like you're basically a kiss ass,
White meat, baby.
or like you're a politician. It feels fake.
Like that's why Kurt Angle worked so well when he was literally just being a face before he even tried to be a heel. He was just completely just go out there and be a face, and it worked for him to be a heel.
Surfer Sting, dude.
Yeah,
I was a
he was
child.
meant to be a heel though. Like it like the whole point was him to act like that so that he could get booed. Like he wasn't actually trying to be a baby face.
Yeah.
Surfer Sting.
But the idea, like I see what you're saying though. But the idea of it works because of that.
He was trying to be a babyface though.
I don't remember that. I remember him
That's
like
what
being
at first, at the very beginning, he was actually, and he was trying to be a babyface. It was on purpose for him to get booed though, but he didn't know that.
I thought he knew what he was doing.
No, he said so in the interview. Vince told him to go out there and be a white meat babyface. He's like, man, they're gonna hate this shit. He's like,
Angle.
It worked the way he wanted it to. All right, so to the mystery match.
Let's talk about Joe Hendry being treated like a bitch.
Let's start with this though.
Oh my god, here we go with this shit.
First and foremost, nobody said his name. Why did he come?
He's magic. Somebody said
Actually, no. I said his name.
You know what?
I did. I said, why should it be something stupid like Joe Hendry? And then look at what the fuck happened. Dead ass, right in our little group chat.
As long as there was some explanation to why he was there, that's enough for me.
Wait,
Yeah,
why do you
because-
think? Why do you think it's a stupid opponent? I want to see what he says. Why do you think it's a stupid
Because it
opponent?
wasn't Roosters.
Randy could have faced Mello. That wouldn't have been a pop. That would have been.
I heard it was
No,
supposed
that
to
would
be
have been a
Jeff Hardy.
burial. That
I
would
heard
have
it was
been a
supposed to be
burial.
Jeff Hardy. You guys hear
So
that?
you think him beating on Mello like that would have been buried, but not the TNA World Champion?
Yeah.
How?
You're not gonna like my explanation.
How?
All right, I'm gonna make it vivid.
Mello
Mello's in WWE. Orton's in WWE.
It doesn't matter. Mello is a
Joe Hendry's in TNA. He's supposed to
TNA
lose.
World Champion.
Yes, he's
Mello
the top
wouldn't
of
have
that
been
small
hurt.
pond.
Let's look at this
Mello
another
wouldn't
way.
have been hurt.
Let's look at this
So-
another way sketch. You're in charge of TNA, and you deciding who goes over there. You sending Joe Hendry to get watched.
Hell yeah.
You are.
Because y'all the only ones that's looking at it like a squash.
We're not the only ones.
Yeah, it's the other people that think like y'all too. But that was a great moment, a great look. It was a hell of a fucking alley-oop. Yes, it
That was a
was.
Big pop,
It was a meme. It's one of those damn moments. It's one of those RKOs that's a gift now on the internet. He turns, looks at the camera, smiles, he comes in. Then you have Orton doing it, and then doing his little version of the emote. That's a big acknowledgement. Y'all are just so invested in wins and losses that y'all think, oh, just because he lost, he's no longer special as TNA champion. No one gave a fuck. It's
Now
TNA champion.
So now everybody who knows him,
Not everybody who knows him. I don't care if he's the world champion of
He's the world champion because of that fucking meme.
It doesn't
Why is
matter
he champion?
why he's a world champion.
He's a champion because of a
He's world
meme.
champion.
When he went to Mania, he did his meme. That's all he wanted to see was the meme. He got the entrance, he got the look, he got the RKO. His fucking RKO is a fucking card. It's a tops card now.
First of all,
he's getting RKO is a tops card. He wasn't getting no fucking card before that.
You think the only thing he's done that made him over was the entrance?
or whatever the fuck is with that him going viral from that shit in the last year, and everyone fucking doing that, singing it to the point that I knew what the fuck it was. I don't even check for TNA,
and all the
it
other
reached me.
Stuff. But the people who watch TNA know it's all the other creative stuff about him. It's not just that meme.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, but that was the shit that got him over to the point where he's the champion, and now he's on WWE's fucking biggest stage.
Way more than that. And the point is that now that you've introduced him to this audience who don't know who the fuck he is, they just know that this chump ass nigga walked out and he's just a fucking meme. Because the internet rescued you a bunch of fucking parrots. Because a few people said this sucks, more people gonna say it sucks. Y'all just gonna snowball onto it because I was applauding that shit when it happened. But now it's like, oh my gosh, he's buried because some nigga on fucking internet said.
If I didn't know who he was and I go watch TNA TV, I'm gonna be like, oh, that nigga was a world champion.
Bro,
they must be shit.
My point is that even your opinion of him is just that he's just a fucking meme. And you just seen that.
That's all I've seen of him.
Exactly.
And he got a mean moment. His mission accomplished.
Exactly.
No, that's not a mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished.
You want him to be viewed as more than a meme now.
Exactly.
Okay, if I think he's a meme and he goes on there and he's exactly that, that's not a good thing. Because now,
how old is Joe Hendry? Like, where is he in his career? Is he like in the beginning of it, middle, end? How much more years does he have?
He's been wrestling. Trev would have a better answer for that, but he was wrestling when What Culture Pro Wrestling was a thing before COVID.
If he is as creative as you guys say and all this shit, and he's great and he's nice, and because that was the first thing I also said, like, yo, is he actually nice? Because I knew who he was because of all the viral shit. I've never seen him in a match. That was my first question, and I didn't hate the match. He just lost with an RKO. Now, did he look stupid for emoting in the middle of a match with Randy Orton, who's known to fucking RKO you at any moment? Sure. But it's not to the point where it's like, oh my gosh, this makes the championship. Like, they're talking about the belt is losing its prestige. It's like, it's not that fucking serious. He wasn't even supposed to be there.
But,
he was a sub.
Let's go with what you're saying.
That's a great fucking look.
He got a counter argument. So let's go with what you're saying. If we go with what you're saying, and that apparently worked for Hendry, then it will work for a rookie. Which means if it was, say, like dude was saying, Mello, it would work the same way.
The shit with Mello is the problem with Mello is he's super fucking like he doesn't have that thing that's gonna make him dope. Now, if there was a thing that Mello was doing for a whole fucking year, that it was like a meme type of thing. They did the same fucking shit at Mania. He was a surprise opponent. We wouldn't be that fucking mad at it happening. But because Melo has nothing going on, it's like you're just throwing him the fucking Orton and he just gets squashed. Yeah, you're killing him. You're burying down. There's no fucking momentum. Hendry is on some fucking momentum. He was just at the Rumble. He's been showing up at fucking NXT for a while. Because of that fucking entrance in the emotes shit he's doing, it's the same shit as Yeet. He's getting over because of it. He got over to the point that, hey, we need someone. You know what? Let's give Joe Hendry the spot. Boom! It's a perfect viral moment. It's fucking relevant. It makes sense.
They could have had.
He's now attached to fucking WWE and WrestleMania now forever. They're now attaching that. That's such a big ass fucking cosign. It doesn't matter that he got RKO'd. It doesn't matter.
Disagree.
If you was Joe Hendry, you wouldn't take that fucking opportunity. You'd be thinking, "Oh my God!"
Yes, I would, but I would also accept the opportunity to be in catering and take a $500,000 check.
It's not even about. It's the exposure.
It's not about.
He even said it himself. He said, "Yo, John Cena had the same fucking shit happen to him."
That is damage
control. No, it's facts.
No, it's not.
You're thinking from a wrestling fan brain and not from an actual wrestler's brain. Think from an actual performer or wrestler or someone that's actually in the business. That is great for him.
What did John Cena have happen to him?
He said Joe Hendry said that something that John Cena had a match that was short and he lost the same fucking way. Same shit happened to him at some point in his career. If John Cena could go and take that, I can go and have that same shit happen to me.
You talking about
and he's over.
So what we're talking about is what happened to John Cena right before he was getting fucking fired.
I was
Was
just
that what
about
it
to
was?
say John Cena was about to get fired too before Stephanie McMahon heard
Yeah,
him freestyling on
that's
that bus.
that's what his worth was this nigga's about to get fired for just all he does is come out and wear these same ass shorts. Yeah, of course he got put in that situation. He's about to get fucking fired. That shouldn't do shit for his career.
And we're saying that because Joe Hendry had a match with Randy Orton and got RKO'd,
I'm saying,
It ain't even
his
about
career
that.
is diminished.
I'm saying that's
It ain't
not
even
a.
about all of that. It's about him being the world champion. I don't care if he was the world champion of North Dakota Pro Wrestling. You don't go and make your world champion look like shit.
He didn't look like shit.
He
You thought
did.
he looked like shit, dude?
He didn't look like shit. He just got
He had the
RKO'd.
biggest pop of
Everybody
the
gets
night, dude.
RKO'd.
Yeah, because he got the pop because
Your takeaway from the match is that Joe Hendry is just a meme.
No, my takeaway from Joe Hendry was he's there because of a meme.
And
That's not he's just a meme.
No,
I
your
know why he
takeaway is
got
supposed to
there.
be.
You left
Your
that man.
takeaway is supposed to be, I believe in Joe Hendry.
Yeah,
That's what the takeaway is supposed to be.
because clearly he was.
A lot more people believe now.
He's on the fucking Mania stage. And my first fucking takeaway was I was surprised that many motherfuckers knew that shit. That was the first thing when that shit started and the way they popped for someone that's not supposed to have it pop. Huh?
He's not supposed to have one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, we got a whole lot of stuff to talk about. Let's table this one.
Yeah, like come on, he's not fucking buried. Like stop it.
The TNA belt is buried.
Oh, I thought y'all going.
No, it's not. That's crazy. That's the most fickle shit I've ever seen.
No,
you were just sitting here burying it the whole time.
Exactly.
No, I was putting it in his right, like place amongst the other belts.
Burying it.
I'm sorry, all the championships are not equal. I'm not going to pretend like they are. They're not.
I'm going to put the TNA champion above the Intercontinental.
They're about even.
Y'all was supposed to say something about the fact that Karrion Kross wasn't the one in that match, and then it was going to make sense that it said speaking of Kross on the bottom.
I wasn't even thinking about Karrion Kross right now.
No one was thinking about Karrion Kross until he had that promo.
Yeah, I didn't even know AJ Styles' name was Alan.
Yeah, I thought that was an official backstage that he was shooting. I was like, oh shit, what did Alan do? Is that Triple H's right hand man? Like, what the fuck is going on? But no, like after he said it, and I thought about it, I was like, yeah, if he was just gonna have someone be a sub, they could have did Kross, and they could have actually built from that into something on.
But I'm glad it wasn't Kross, because if Kross had got done that way in that match, might well start over and give him that mask back.
And we would have never got this moment from him anyway.
But he
which
did
was really promising.
In this match right here, Logan Paul versus AJ Styles, which was a match. Indeed, it was.
It was a really good match.
It was like
Logan Paul entrance was pretty cool.
I'm extremely disappointed by this match, considering that it's got two of the best wrestlers in the world. I don't care who fights me over that.
And they did good.
No, Mike Bones is just fucking like his bar is in the fucking. I can't even put what spirit it is.
No, my almost my bar for AJ Styles versus Logan Paul was super high.
I don't know why.
Higher than any of the other matches.
Just on paper, just talent. Yeah, higher than any other matches.
And it didn't deliver with the talent. What did they do? That like.
It was good.
Like not enough cutters and
it was good. It wasn't even
not enough cutters.
Like, what was it missing?
It was about as good as most other Logan Paul matches. Logan Paul ain't had a 5-star match.
This didn't feel like it was as good as it could have been.
You say he hasn't had a 5-star match?
Nah.
So what, all his shit is like 4.5. He missed the
4.5 in that range, and I feel like this.
I'm not mad at being missed the 4.5, but that's all you giving niggas.
I feel like this was like a 3.5. So,
damn,
it was good.
Yeah, he tripping.
It sounds like y'all have Logan Paul fatigue.
No, it's the opposite for me.
I'm giving them props.
I'm giving them props too. This is me giving them props, saying I expected more with him versus AJ Styles. This is me giving both of them props.
I'm giving this match props. I feel like it's about as good as most Logan Paul matches, which is like around the 4.5.
This was a weak
match. So what do you think he needs to bring it to a 5? What's missing? Like
I
near
don't know.
falls and shit.
Some matches.
Nobody gets a 5.
Some matches, pretty much nobody gets the 5. We don't just throw this shit out. But
Nobody gets a 5. What are you talking
to
about?
me, I think he's been super close in matches, and the finish fucked up the match.
I was
Not
just about to say some shit like that. Him having to cheat is so stupid.
He
Like,
needs that big
like,
story.
like
too.
that
He
fucking
hasn't had that big
the brass knuckle
story
shit,
in his matches.
Does
that
it make
really
sense
take it
when
over
you
the
have a
top.
fucking titanium fist anyway?
and it's so anticlimactic, man. Like you just had this great match showing how well you can wrestle, and now you need to cheat.
Yeah.
I understand cheating. It's like the cheapest cheat to me. Like I don't know.
It is
I
so
hate that he
Logan
can never
Paul.
be a face.
It's
I
so
hate he can
Logan
never be a
Paul.
face because he could be.
But we talking about match quality, and it's not gonna get there with it. It's you're not gonna really have a 5-star match that ends with somebody with sneaking brass knuckles and punching somebody.
Yeah.
You
And he's
could.
never gonna not win clean.
Could, but not really.
William Regal did it. He was a man.
Because I don't think they want to have him be dominant, even though he could be conventionally dominant, where he just starts whooping people's asses. He performs well enough that it can be believable that he's just better than everybody. But I don't think they want that for him.
Who he
They
facing
want to kind of
That
have
makes
him
sense.
being somewhat of like an outsider, even though he's not.
So they got to give him that kind of
That one thing
yeah.
that he's
That
not.
makes
He's
sense.
not us.
Who
That's
he
why they
faced
always
last-
keep
last
reminding him he's
SummerSlam?
not one of us. So now they're saying you didn't do all the because that's what Cross said in his thing. Like he didn't sacrifice. Like you know how many fucking funerals I missed.
Mhm.
Oh
I
no,
could've just
that
been
match
on a
was SummerSlam
podcast.
versus LA Knight. That bitch was a 3.
SummerSlam was LA Knight, the United States match. That shit
Yeah.
wasn't no 5. That was Logan's worst match.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that was
She said,
That wasn't
yeah.
no 5.
Yeah.
yeah, that was because of fucking LA Knight.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
shit
he
was
had
it.
like some botches in that match and shit. Like
Yeah,
that,
'cause
that
of
was
LA Knight.
Logan's worst match.
I play everything LA Knight. I don't like that nigga in the ring.
I feel like that match because I feel like every Logan Paul match, he's like trying to prove something.
Mhm.
So like he's always trying like, oh, this is me doing even more moves. I feel like that, like one of those matches, like, yeah, this is me just selling, like showing you how good I can sell. I think for LA Knight, it's like this is me carrying another nigga. Like this is, I'm gonna show you how much of a wrestler I'm gonna carry someone else in the match. Because you know they say, oh, he's being carried by the wrestlers. He's just rehearsing. Like, no, I'm gonna go and do a match with a whack nigga. Yeah, it's gonna be a 3, but it was based. What's good about it was mainly me.
All right, good talk.
What's next?
Women's tag match. Yay, Becky Lynch is back. Who saw that coming?
Nobody.
We should have.
How? How did y'all not see that coming?
I mean, I totally saw that coming, man.
Well, you
First
weren't
of
there
all,
in the chat.
I popped for it, but I saw it coming.
I did
I was
not.
waiting for it. I was like, who was the Irish chick gonna get to be her tag team partner? Like the Irish chick, obviously. Who else you gonna get?
I didn't know. I had no idea Becky was ready to come back. I thought last I heard she was damn near retired. I had no idea. It didn't even cross my mind.
There's no reason to think that she couldn't wrestle or wouldn't wrestle though. You know, like she just wasn't.
It's funny because I saw her on TV like right before, like she was doing some shit like WrestleMania related. So like we knew she was there.
And the Hall of Fame was avoiding her too. The way they would bring her up and avoid the camera.
I guess I avoided everything, and I didn't know. I didn't know she was
I
there.
just knew that she was Irish and the other chick was Irish.
Yeah,
that's 100% of my.
I didn't know Lyra was Irish.
How the fuck do they know Lyra was Irish?
What?
You can't tell.
When they say that,
you can't hear. You haven't seen her speak.
Hey man, I gotta get rid of that nigga. He made us look bad.
They're like Lyra.
First of all, I've never heard her talk. I've never heard a promo.
Look at her chin, nigga.
That's an Irish chin.
Oh, Irish
people.
With
an Irish
I don't know Irish people. I don't know.
That chin Irish as hell.
I don't know Irish people, Mr. Navy SEAL. I mean, Mr. Navy dude.
Lyra definitely gives me like old school Becky vibes. Like when she was at NXT, like river dancing.
Yeah, but she's like a leprechaun.
Yeah.
The
Like that's what she reminds me of the era.
The Becky that should have never made it to the main roster. Like you watch that, ain't no way you think Becky Lynch should have ever made it.
She came out in clogs.
But anyway,
My bad. You've been fucking with Shady so much, you made me call you a Navy SEAL. It's my bad.
anyway, how'd y'all feel about this tag match that I didn't watch?
It was cool.
All right, cool.
It was fine.
Oh.
I like that Becky came back. I was shocked. I popped for it. Becky got the win. They got the tag team belts. It was a good moment.
All right, cool. So let's talk about the fact. Let's talk about the fact that they replaced Bailey and pretending like she was injured to bring back Becky.
Last minute too, like
good shit. They upgraded 4 horsewomen.
So Bailey had this interview with Chris Van whatever his name is. I can't pronounce it.
Van Vliet.
Chris Van Vliet.
Boy, she was basically breaking down about how like she's not treated like the other 4 horsewomen overall. If I'm just paraphrasing what she said and taking it how it came out. And this was recorded before WrestleMania. Like
she didn't seem bitter about it though. She seemed like she wanted to like get to that level.
She seemed hurt more than anything else.
She was
basically like, I don't go kick indoors. Maybe I would be more successful if I did that. Blah 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 blah.
She sounds like she's AEW bound.
She's definitely the least successful. The least. I don't know if I want to say successful or big or like. As far as like, she's not on the same level as the other 3.
She not. She don't. She don't have that aura.
She's on the same level of skill.
She alright
on every level.
I got the best personality out of all of them. Like character wise,
like real personality or character.
Like
character. Just her character.
Who?
Got it. Bailey out of all of them.
Out of all the horsewomen?
Yeah.
Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
Nah.
Give me Becky Lynch. Yeah, especially
Becky Lynch she just had her whole Stone Cold thing going for her. She got a fucking eye blackened.
You got to keep in mind, Sketch. You got to keep in mind that Bobby is a resident Bailey hater. So you already.
Like, there's no way. Ding Dong in the talk show and all that shit. Like, come on.
Man, the man was the best character of all the 4 horsemen.
On paper, they're equal, but the way they're treated is not at all.
Honestly,
I was surprised when she finally won the Rumble. Like, I thought she did already. I was like, oh, shit.
I didn't realize
I didn't even know that was a thing she didn't win. Because they've always been like, she has championships, so
yeah.
She's no slouch or nothing, but yeah, she's definitely not treated the same way. Like, you literally.
Her only great matches was against Sasha Banks, though.
Bailey is treated more like Asuka.
Yep, basically.
That's a travesty. Asuka should be treated better.
But I mean, where are Charlotte's great matches at?
She has great matches against Becky Lynch. She has great matches against Sasha Banks.
Yes, she has great matches against Sasha Banks.
She has great matches against Asuka. Yes, she does. Matter of fact, Charlotte's best match was against Becky Lynch. The ladder match. What was that? Evolution. It was.
No. You forget all the matches that she had with Rhea though.
Only one of those was good.
That's because Io's in it. Or Asuka.
And I'll give you the one. The one. That
the one that was like in the match of the year conversation?
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
The other one wasn't that great.
All right, good talk, guys.
Right.
John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. John Cena breaks the record and wins his 17th title.
America.
Shut the. Oh, never mind. That's your job.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
I'm damn sure ready to, but like that, let's talk about it. Everything about this was ass. From the word go. You know what wasn't ass? The John Cena heel turn wasn't ass unless you have foresight. The heel turn is only ass because of the follow-up. The moment in itself is always the moment's always gonna be the moment. Okay. Regardless of what happens afterwards, the moment was still there. The moment was still fire.
It is some stuff to talk about because this leads into all that stuff we were talking about in the chat earlier with what's going on with The Rock. That definitely played a part.
This all has to do with The Rock. It all has something to do with The Rock. If you have to go even back to when Cena first turned, and there was like rumors about there being issues with The Rock.
But I'm not gonna let them off the hook for that, even if it's 100% because The Rock didn't show up like The Rock was supposed to show up.
No, but there's not even that.
That worked.
But you also have to think like my thing is, when did The Rock tell him he wasn't showing up? When did they know that The Rock wasn't showing up?
You don't need
Because I almost feel like they definitely had a plan. They anticipated him to be there from the moment he showed up and asked Cody that question to at least Mania. If they knew he wasn't going to be at Mania, they shouldn't have never insinuated that it was a Mania thing.
Even whether or not he was going to be there, John Cena should have addressed it during the build.
Remember, we say it feels like it's a continuity error.
Exactly. It feels like
the entire build is like, so they're just not going to mention The Rock? Yeah. They mentioned Travis Scott, though. And I mean, they did mention The Rock once,
which
like
makes
that first
me think
week.
that they already knew The Rock wasn't going to be a part of it, unlike what you were saying.
They still should, like, The Rock already happened, though. He could stay in the background as a background character to the story and still be brought up without us seeing him, though. You know what I mean? Like, you can still make it work without him actually being
right.
seen.
Just mention him, and then they could have had his music hit as a distraction, and then Mania, and it would have still worked.
When Travis comes out, The Rock sent Travis. Fine,
right?
Even though that shit was ass anyway, because that's like me coming to fucking do some shit.
He ain't doing enough.
I mean,
like he sold like Crossroads, but that's it.
It's given they were dejected about the shit. Like they were just so depleted from it that they just didn't give a fuck no more. Like, let's just get this shit over with.
And it was terrible. It was terrible for so many reasons. Also, like the last feud that Cody Rhodes had, he had a fight for your life match with Kevin Owens. Now this nigga got hit in the head with the goddamn title. And I understand that's how wrestling works, but like nothing else happened before that.
I mean, let's be fair. He had like what, like 6 attitude adjustments before that. Like he was doing shit. Like he just wasn't tapping out, and he just started doing mad shit. He was like just always kicking out.
But hitting the head with a title gonna always do it in wrestling, though.
Yeah,
it's fine. You're right.
It wasn't earned.
I'll back down on it.
It wasn't earned. It wasn't that. It was like when it happened, I was expecting him to kick out from that shit too, and he did it. I was like, wait, what the fuck? That's it. And we was all looking like, I remember because Trevor's on the fucking channel, yo, this is gonna be a long ass match because we have mad time to kill.
It's because we had like 2 to 3 years of Cody Rhodes being invincible, and then him just being taken out easily all of a sudden.
Like it just stopped working. It was like the minute he hit the crossroads of Travis, his powers took it out.
Like he used it all up on Travis.
Yeah,
Travis 165-pound ass.
Was that the big thing you had to say, Bones? Because it was something else you said you wanted to bring up about this match.
Here's what I wanted to bring up. Now, y'all sit back and listen to this, right? AEW now has in his hand the power to do the funniest shit ever. Imagine John Moxley calls out his next challenger, and now you hear is woo. Looks like his old ass in the ring and win his 17th title.
Oh god!
No, I think they got rid of like all mentions of Ric Flair on AEW though.
What happened? I thought he was still there.
Nah,
he's still contracted.
Are you sure? I just read something that said that they basically got rid of him.
But he wanted to be a Mania, couldn't be.
And they blocked it. I remember seeing that.
Now they may have gotten rid of all. They may not talk about him or use him, but they own him.
Oh, okay.
How do y'all feel about The Rock twisting the knife on his screw job? Because he was like, he said I only showed up for Elimination Chamber because ticket sales was low. So I was never really supposed to be there in the first place. I came there just to drum up some sales for Elimination Chamber, and I wanted to stay out of John Cena's way and made it because I didn't want to take the spotlight off of him. But he did. Because all we've been talking about is this nigga.
Yeah,
I feel like even that, him saying they only called me to draw up the numbers is
feud
like even a
started
shot.
with him. So how does that even make sense?
Like, think about this completely.
No, but that's what he's saying. Like even me coming in, I was doing them a favor because ticket sales was low.
But we
It
haven't
was a
even talked
shot.
about.
Like he's popping shit.
We haven't even talked about John Cena winning the championship. Like we haven't, not once in
No.
this segment. Not once in this segment have we talked about the fact that John Cena won his 17th title.
You know,
Bobby popped.
I mean, and he's ruining wrestling. This is the funniest shit. I know y'all gonna hate it, but he did tell y'all he was getting nothing. He said he was gonna ruin wrestling, gonna do a whole bunch of bullshit, and now we're getting bullshit. It's the perfect cop out.
It's
the perfect cop out. It's like, yeah, this, and it almost feels like they knew there was gonna be a shit show because The Rock fucking ghosted him, and they couldn't figure out something to do. So he's like, you know what, this ain't gonna do shit. I'm just gonna treat it like a hill thing. But they got ahead of it because he said
Let me tell you what I hate about that shit. I hate because people are making it seem like that's a good thing, and people are making it are excusing everything that happened because this is good. That's good storytelling because they told us that we was gonna get a shit match.
That's my thing. What Sketch is saying is different from the way everybody else is saying. Sketch saying it's a cop out.
It's a cop out. They got ahead of it.
It's a dumbass cop out. You know what I'm saying? In real life, if that's really what you did, it would be stupid.
Yeah, it would be dumb, but it's definitely they knew this was about to be fucked up because I don't think they could figure out anything else they could have pulled that would be bigger than The Rock being involved. And without blowing up constantly, they already set up this faction and shit. Like he really fucked them over. And if you go based off that rumor that it was originally supposed to be Cody that was supposed to take The Rock's deal and he's gonna do that whole Cody Lander shit. And if we look at it, it kind of was looking like that's where Cody was going until the Cena shit happened. It feels like, oh, you're not gonna do what I wanted to do creatively? All right, fine. I'm taking my ball and going home.
I feel
you ain't gonna really do that, are you? And then he did it, and then look what happened.
Time ago that I feel like The Rock may be a diva backstage, and that shit may be going. I said that shit like
my only thing though is he might actually have a point, and it might be warranted compared to anybody else in history, because he literally came back last year and like click this shit onto a whole different level. And we can't say it was anything else but that. Even with us getting mad at him for inserting himself in the match. He took that shit, turned hell, and then shit just went off to the races.
I think it was out to the races anyway. I think the bloodline had that shit.
Not like that. Not like how it did with him. When he started cursing and saying, motherfuckers, I'm gonna slap the syphilis out your mouth and shit, and it was giving us shades of attitude era, niggas was back locked in. Then he was online using the social media shit, which he ain't do any type of plug. You can't even plug the shit. You could have been popping shit, not showing up, just popping shit on social media. He was talking shit every day last year. Drinking and slapping his fucking arms and a whole bunch of shit. He ain't do nothing. And I feel like it was definitely just to be vindictive. Something happened, he's like, I'm gonna prove a point. I'm gonna show you what it's like if I'm not around. So next time they talk, because they gotta talk, and they gotta, because he's still part of the company. It's not like he's just coming back every night. He's still on the board. So you know what? I'm gonna sabotage this shit. We gonna come back, and now let's see. Next time I want to do something that involves me and my involvement, maybe you take my opinion a little bit heavier, because you see what happens when I walk. It's a fucked up move and it's selfish, but
I want to throw some stuff in there. I wish we had time for the real argument of where this puts
Raw after WrestleMania was fire, by the way.
That was fire. Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say that fast.
What was it related to?
It was about to be about. As far as, are y'all excited to see John Cena versus Randy Orton 572?
Yes.
Not really.
Like niggas just be excited because shit sound like it's supposed to be.
No, it's because it's the reverse roles now. We ain't never seen heel Cena versus face Randy Orton.
That's not about to be this entire year though.
Ain't no such
We
thing.
gonna get the one I want to see is Face Punk and Hill Cena. That's gonna be interesting.
But so, I mean, in reality, we were already watching that in the first place. But point being, I feel like Randy Orton as a face is just Randy Orton anyway. But it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be a cool dynamic to see the build for it. But I mean,
he's about to lose it.
I popped when he got in there and did the RKO.
Someone said I
didn't, but that's what I knew it was gonna happen. It was fucked up for me.
Someone said like this is something that Cena's gonna do, and it's terrible. I know y'all gonna hate it, but if he did, it would be the funniest shit ever. So apparently, back in the day, Randy like just straight up slapped the ref and got the match thrown out.
Yeah, it's great.
So they're saying what Cena does, he's gonna do the same exact thing. Like there's no match, and it's gonna be at isn't Backlash in St. Louis? So I guess that's what they're setting it up for. So that would be fucking hilarious if you just
hope they do it
no match.
So
yeah, like double early, like it's like it's 5 seconds.
Ladies and gentlemen, that has been our show. Thank you for watching. We will be back next week, probably. I don't know how these niggas feel. I'm on vacation, and I'll be back as well. I've been Beast Mode Bones. He's been Bobby Miller. I don't know what happened to Agent Ted, and that was Big Zaddy Sizzle, apparently. Thank you for watching the Elbow Drop.